All right, I want to show this machine here and the process. This is an AmPak skin packaging machine. If we look here, it is model S203M, I believe. 208 volt 3-phase. And anyway, this has been a really cool asset in my shop, specifically for shipping the creator frame fixture. And so you can see, this is the idea. The skin boards are 18 by 24 inches. You get an 18 by 24 by 6 inch double wall corrugated cardboard box. And you have a very high degree of visibility on the skin boards. So even after I do the packaging, I can see what I did, which really helps with double checking before you ship something. You know, this is going halfway across the world, somewhere in Europe. And I can do a final double check of everything to make sure I didn't forget anything. That becomes necessary more often than I'd like to admit. And by stacking multiple boards, you know, I used to pack stuff up like this, wrapping it in paper, trying, you know, whatever. If I shipped tons of these, I could develop all sorts of custom slick packaging. But, you know, I ship like 10 of these a year, 20, 30 of these a year if I'm lucky. I need a flexible, you know, sort of solution like this, and this works amazing. So I get these skin boards, and I get these from packsourcesystem.com. That's the SKU SPK1824W, and then I believe they also sell the plastic film. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one of these skin boards out and lay it down. So we have a heating element and a fan up top. We have this film of plastic. We have some control dials, which I generally don't touch. On-off switch, cycle start, and retraction thing. In the cabinet here, I mean, there's some more controls which I don't ever touch, and some like relays and vacuum timers and some other stuff. I never open this, but yeah, it's a cool machine. I got this for 600 bucks on Industrial Surplus. I had to look a while to find that deal. They're oftentimes more money, but okay, so this here is my assembly card, and on this baking pan rack, I use this as like a map for how to pack board number 4. And so I'll clip this up, and then I'll populate the board with these items. And actually, I forgot one step. This is not trash. And so I just trace it. And it's part of the map because you can see I've made cutouts in the corner of these boards. Yeah, it's a bonus level tip. But anyway, in this case, because this is board number 4, I only do the corner cut, I don't do the whole thing. But that, you know, whatever. So I'm gonna take these parts and I'm gonna lay them out according to the map. And this is it. These ones I put on a previous board because I had space and I wanted to leave room on this one, which I don't think I'll end up needing. You know, this process could be optimized if I did this workflow more often. And anyway, I did my checking before the video. This is all that needs to go on here. So I'm gonna turn it on, and then I'm gonna hit the cycle start button. What happens is the fan on the top shuts off. It was on automatically, and now it's heating. There's a heating element, if you can see that. I can't tell what the camera's exactly pointed at, but it's heating up there, and that is heating up this film. So first it gets kind of loose and it droops, and then it gets tighter again. And anyway, there's a timer and, you know, vacuum power and vacuum timer and all that. And it's gonna suck down here, and because of this whatever coating they put on the skin board, and whatever material this is, they bond and they create this sort of thing. So I think the way that a lot of people use these is they do a grid of like 16 of their little product. They suck it down and then they slice it up in their little hanging packages or whatever. But I use it like this, and it works awesome for me. So I'm gonna put this back on skin board number 4 for the next time I have to build one of these. And so now it's done sucking down, and the cooling fan up top is running to cool off these heaters. And then I stand over here, flip this open, And I'm gonna gently lift this up. I'm gonna pull this out, pull it back down again, and latch it. And then I use my pocket knife. I'm just gonna slice it apart. And then I'm gonna hit the up button, and then turn it off. So the cycle time would be about a minute per board if you were doing production, which I don't, but you know, it takes me 5 or 10 minutes to build one of these up typically. But anyway, then I just trim off the excess, and I cut out this corner and I stack it in the box. And with the double wall cardboard and with all the parts laid out on the boards like this, they are so well isolated from each other that even though they would get dented and damaged pretty easily if I just threw them in the box like this, they're quite safe. And I ship these globally, and I've been doing this for about 3 years maybe with this machine, and I don't think anybody has reported any damage to the product with this method. So it's very effective for shipping CNC machine components, isolating them from each other. You get great visibility. It's relatively professional. It's relatively low cost. It's very flexible, so if you have running changes, you don't obsolete all your packing. When I first got this, I thought maybe I'd get a big, you know, screens and screen printing setup, and I thought maybe I would like screen print little map and directions onto each of the boards, so that, you know, this is board number 3, and I was gonna have a map that would show where everything went, and that'd be cool, but it just didn't prove to be necessary. So anyway, it's been really useful to me. I've used it on a couple occasions for other things, but generally I just use it when I'm shipping this. So you can get 18 by 24 boxes of various depths, and you could do the same thing. You know, if you did machining of, you know, lathe parts, and you wanted to lay out 50 parts per board and ship 1,000, you could ship them out in a couple boxes, and I've done that once or twice. It does get a little bit tedious on the other end to like slice them apart maybe, or it could. But anyway, yeah, it's a really good tool to have. Really happy about this, and there are other manufacturers, but yeah, it's called the Skin Packaging Machine, and check them out.